In an unfortunate development, the terror incidents are rising in the Jammu region after a lull of 20 years. In a recent encounter that broke out in the Doda district of Jammu and Kashmir, 27-year-old Captain Brijesh Thapa was among four soldiers who were killed. According to security experts, the alarming trend is attributed to a combination of factors, including the upcoming assembly elections and the gradual depletion of troops over time. However, Jammu and Kashmir DGP RR Swan kicked a controversy when he blamed regional politics in the valley for Pakistan's successful infiltration into the Kashmiri civil society. He said Pakistan successfully infiltrated all important aspects of civil society thanks to so called mainstream or regional politics in the valley. There is ample evidence to show that many had owned the art of running with the hare and hunting with the hound, which left both the common man and the security bewildered, frightened, and confused, Swan said. Former Punjab DGP KPS Gill, super cop for some and controversial figure for others, also used the same phraseology for regional parties of Punjab in his book Punjab, the Knights of Falsehood. Besides politics over the issue, the question is what are reasons for increased terror incidents in the Jammu region? Over the past 3 years, a pattern of attacks has emerged, indicating a deliberate attempt to revive militancy in the Jammu region. The affected areas include the Chenab Valley, Doda, Kishtwar, Ramban, Kathua, Udhampur, and Reasi districts, and the southern part of the Pir Panjal range, Rajouri, and Poonch districts. Although terrorist incidents have been frequent in the Kashmir Valley, the resurgence of militant activity in the Jammu belt, which had remained relatively peaceful for the past 2 decades, has raised concerns among security forces. This region had previously experienced high levels of militancy in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Security officials have offered various explanations for the recurring attacks on security forces and other violent incidents in the region. Following the 2020 Galwan clashes, a significant portion of the army was redeployed from Jammu to the China border, leading to a reduction in the security presence in Jammu, making it vulnerable to attacks. According to security experts, this has created an opportunity for hostile elements in the region to exploit the situation. A senior security official noted that the intention is to engage and exhaust Indian forces on both the western Pakistan and northern China borders. With a high level of alertness in the Kashmir Valley and limited opportunities for state sponsored terrorism, Jammu has become a convenient target. The resurgence of terrorism in Jammu challenges the government's narrative of success in the Kashmir Valley achieved after the revocation of Article 370 in 2019. Alternatively, militants may be attempting to strengthen their presence in the Kashmir Valley while creating instability in Jammu. The demographic makeup of the area also raises concerns about potential communal tensions and social unrest. Intelligence estimates suggest that between 20 to 25 seasoned militants have infiltrated from Pakistan and are currently active in the region, with sightings reported approximately 40 to 50 kilometers from the border. These militants are believed to be operating in two distinct groups, one in the western axis spanning Poonch and Rajouri, and the other in the eastern sector covering Kathua, Doda, and Basantgarh. In the Kathua area, their activities are concentrated within a 30 to 40 square kilometer grid. The terrain in this region poses significant challenges, including dense forests, poor road conditions, and unreliable mobile phone connectivity, making it difficult for security forces to operate effectively. Despite efforts, the terrorists responsible for recent attacks remain at large. The December 2023 ambush in Baflias, Poonch Rajouri, which claimed the lives of four soldiers, remains unsolved, with the perpetrators yet to be identified or apprehended. The People's Anti-Fascist Front (PAFF), a banned proxy outfit of Jaish-e-Mohammed, claimed responsibility for the attack and released photos on social media. The incident was followed by allegations of custodial torture and death of three local civilians, sparking widespread outrage. PAFF had also claimed responsibility for the October 2021 attack that killed 9 soldiers in Punch's forested areas. Now, what is the government doing in response to these attacks? Additional security forces are being deployed in the region to address vulnerabilities. But do you think such short term measures without any parallel long term strategies at work will help return normalcy in the region? Do tell us in the comment section below.